Hello, CV kids. I told you I would come back this week, actually same day, and just talk a little bit more about Palm Sunday because it is an amazing story, and this is just the beginning of a week that ends with Easter and how Jesus has raised from the dead and just brought salvation and just all of these wonderful things to us through his sacrifice. And so I want to start out with Palm Sunday because that is what today is. And I just want to talk about first, we know who Jesus is. We know he was born to Mary and Joseph, and he was born on earth, as a human, fully God and fully human. And he grew up like a regular kid, and then he became this man just full of wisdom because he was fully God and fully man. And so he started his ministry here on earth, and he was healing people, and he was, people were blind and then they could see, and lame could walk, and just deaf could hear. Just so many amazing stories of what Jesus did on earth, okay? And so what I want to start out with is Palm Sunday. So what happens is it's just a regular day that Jesus had, and he was just walking into Jerusalem, and he was walking into Jerusalem with his disciples, okay, his 12 disciples. And what happens is so they're walking in, and then all of a sudden he stops his disciples. He's like, hold up, stop. I need a few of you guys to go into the city ahead of me and go to this dude's house, okay? And he has a donkey. I want you to go get the donkey. And if he asks, why are you taking this donkey? Then you need to say, the king needs it, okay? So they were like, okay, I don't know why, but they still did it anyways. So they go into the city, and they go up to this guy's house, and they start taking the donkey. And the guy's like, why are you taking my donkey? And they said, well, the king needs it. And so the guy was like, all right, that's good enough for me. So they take this donkey. Now guys, a donkey is really small. It's definitely not fit for a king. And it's just really tiny. It's just a weird concept to have Jesus, the king, riding on a donkey. But he did anyways. So he gets on this donkey, okay? And he starts riding into Jerusalem. And then all of a sudden, crowds of people start lining up on the sides of the streets, and they're laying down their coats and all kinds of things like we always hear about the palm branches that they're waving up and down, okay? They were so excited because they had heard all of these stories about Jesus, and they said, this is our Messiah, this is the one that's come to save us. And so they were so excited. Kids were dancing and laughing, and everyone was just, it was a great day, guys. This is a day to celebrate, okay? And so they were saying, Hosanna. They kept saying, Hosanna. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, okay? So this was a day. They were so excited. They kept saying this. And the problem was that there were also some other people called the Pharisees, and they did not believe that Jesus was who he said he was. And they didn't think that that this man, whoever he was, needed all of this attention because they just didn't like it. And so they told Jesus, they're like, we don't like all this noise, and you need to make everyone stop. So Jesus said, this is funny. So then Jesus says, you know what? If these people stop, the rocks will cry out and praise my name. If the people stop, the rocks will. What a concept. I wonder what they were thinking when he said that. But that's the story, and that's what Jesus was saying, that this is a glorious day. But what makes this story even more awesome, and I'll end with this, is that it was actually a prophecy. God had told a prophet long time ago, and it was recorded in the Bible, that Jesus would come into Jerusalem on a donkey, and that people would be so excited. And guys, this is in Zechariah 9:9, okay? And it says, rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he, humble and mounted on a donkey. Zechariah 9:9. I just think that this is so cool. This was something that was planned out so long ago, and God knew that this was going to happen, and it was just such an amazing day. So I just wanted to share it with you guys and let you know that today is a day to rejoice. And that's it. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Miss you guys.